Heyo and welcome in today. Today you're joined by me, Daniel. On my channel, Daniel J Illustrates. Welcome in. So this today I'm painting a concept art piece. Yes, I saw the latest Ape movie. I think Rise of the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, something like that. Sorry for butchering that name. But yeah, I do like that series, and a few kind of moments in the movie got me thinking about kind of keyframe illustration, kind of key moments in a film that really kind of tell the story and show either a lot about kind of the character or a lot about what's going to be kind of happening in the movie or is happening in that scene and yeah, a keyframe illustration kind of shows a great moment in the movie or also game and whatnot, the keyframe illustration. um and usually it includes like a character or two, and the main kind of focus, the background, kind of the main scene. So yeah, I found this little illustration, well, not a little, but this illustration here, that it's looked up concept art for the Planet of the Apes. I found an interesting concept art piece um, on there, which was really awesome. I was like, yep, I'll do this one. Um, and I had a few ideas, possibly looking at grabbing like a scene um, from one of the movies or something, and um, you know, creating the concept art that way. But I decided, yeah, I found this piece. By the time I found this piece, I was like, oh, I'll paint this piece up. And yeah, and that's what I did. And it was a bit kind of challenging to get the horse correct and get all the elements of that horse. And I think for this piece, definitely the main focus was dealing on the proportions of that horse and trying to get that in the right spot. And I mean, I think probably about 60% of this image really is selling that horse and monkey kind of grabbing onto that eagle. So, that's a fair chunk of this piece. The rest of it is, the scenery. The other 40%, it's the scenery and it's kind of a dystopian world, I would say. Like, obviously, it shows that, all the humans had disappeared, and there's grass growing in all the old buildings that have been destroyed, and um, so that's the other kind of 40% that's showing off this keyframe of what's happening. So I decided I'd focus in a lot more on yeah, this element here is the horse, and obviously I was struggling with trying to get those proportions right, especially drawing something on an angle. Um, and I think that's one. It has been one of my big struggles in the past is drawing something on an angle, whether it's character, creature, or an animal. Um, but yeah, it's easier if it's like side view, then it's much easier. But drawing something on an angle, it comes with its own complications. And yeah, so this gave me another good opportunity to draw something on an angle and get better at that. Obviously, it's something I've dealt with in the past. I've had a few paintings in the last year or two where, I think Cat Woods had his head to one angle, um, and yeah, you just deal with it. You just find solutions. You keep drawing it. Um, Use your rulers and lines and things like that to help you out if you need. And yeah, eventually, yeah, you get better at it, and I think I've got a little bit better here, drawing things on angles, so that's good. Um, and it does come up, and it will come up again and again. So it's something I definitely want to deal with. So it's good that I'm doing these 90-minute art challenges to deal with these little issues that or little problems I have with drawing and painting, as well as like I said, the 40% of the background. Once I was pretty happy with the horse, I did do a wee bit of the background. Like I said, it's only 40% of the score, kind of a thing. So I didn't spend a lot of time on it. Um, I would like to, if I was to kind of keep on painting on this, or um, like manage to repaint it at some point. Maybe I might repaint it, and that way I might get the horse down very quickly or something, and then be able to work more on some of the other elements. Um, yeah. Something else I would have liked to been able to is being able to show that this guy is actually a monkey, oh, an ape, sorry. Um, because yeah, that's another kind of little element that kind of it really gives off the story. If I really showed that this guy is actually an ape, I think that would have sold it. Um, you know, definitely like a better score than I would have got out of 100. Say if they know. Um, but the main thing you're trying to get this horse in perspective, trying to get it looking right. Yeah, and apparently, horses are one of the hardest things to draw. Apparently, for animals. But they're amazing animals, and I do enjoy drawing them. But yeah, you do find struggles, but some people, just dive into drawing horses and have no issues, like. But then you get them to draw, um, say like a ferret, and they have like lots of trouble. So it all depends. Like everyone's different. But I had lots of fun. A little bit of a kind of a learning curve here, and trying to figure out where things go. Also, a little bit later, you see me kind of expand the painting, the canvas size, because obviously I've done A4, where the actual image is not A4. So kind of if you're drawing what you see. If you're drawing it on the wrong size, it can be, it can play around where, you know, your perspective a little bit. It can play around with proportions as well, because if say it's easier if you say have an A3 image you're looking at and you're drawing at A4, then you can just kind of scale down things, and kind of it still looks the same. But if it's like a different shape canvas, like you're drawing something square on a circle, then there are like cut off things, and um, you've got to work it out like where things actually sit. So in the end, I did expand it a little bit just to kind of make it see. It's just expanding it now. It'd be like, oh yeah, that's right. It doesn't look as long as it should, and things aren't. Why isn't it fitting? In the background elements aren't fitting right, or they're all like squashed together. Where this is, the actual image is more spread out a little bit because it's got that kind of longer image size. So yeah, I had to do that very quickly. Just be like, oh yeah, I need to kind of expand the canvas a little bit more. Um, Ideally, what I would have done is what I usually do is I get the image that I have, and then I save that file, and then I will delete the image and then save that as my canvas painting, so that I have the perfect size for painting what I see, kind of a thing, and I'm not kind of dealing with this kind of stuff. Um, yeah, but after doing that, I think that kind of put it in perspective. But yeah, I think there's one of the things I do first is make sure like the canvas size is the right size starting out. And then, next time if I was to do this, um, I'd probably get the horse down a bit faster, hopefully, and it'll give me time to work on the rest of it. But that's what I've achieved within 90 minutes, so I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you for joining me. Keep creating, and see you in the next video.